This is it, Doggy Big Gamers. Walls. Walls can't attack, man. Don't even try it. What is a wall? Yeah, I've seen the walls before. This is a living wall, the oldest wall I got around here. Walls are basically creatures, big toughness. They aren't allowed to attack. They've been around for a long time. But sometimes they're free to put out. The drawback's supposed to be that they can't attack. They got rare walls, common walls, uncommon walls, you know, you name it. Walls with more power than toughness, that exists too. Junky walls. Walls can't attack, as you can see. And then you got like enchantments that do random stuff with your walls. And look, they can attack after all. Oh yeah, you get this one too. Big mechanics back in the day. I don't have the original one of these, but you know, tap target wall. Some wall related combat tricks or whatever. And here's like a new wall. It's a defender these days, instead of you just having to know that kind of attack. And they've got like defender related generals and stuff, like defender guy, I can't remember his name, some sort of dragon. But we're into walls around here, not defenders. So you gotta get back into it with a few walls. Normal sort of regular walls. Think about here today. You want walls that can do stuff. So imagine a wall world. And in the wall world, there are all sorts of walls. This is the tar pit wall. And you know what? This has some stuff that like I should have gave a name to, but then like never did. So maybe we'll be able to give a name to it today. One and a skull for this bad guy. Oh yeah, that's a beauty right there. You can better at them all the time. Tar pit wall, creature wall, obviously. But has a blocking ability, I suppose. Yeah, well, you want the power toughness now or later, man? Put that in now. 0.5. That's a bad 0. No, this wall, it's I'm gonna keyword this in a minute, so just for fun. Creatures blocked by tar pit wall. Get -3 till end of turn. Oh yeah. Not messing around. Usually I like put the acronym for the name of the card, but that's it, we're writing it out today. Cause we got like boring old simple things. Should say until, but you know, whatever. I put in some words and left out others. Beware sticky mess. Grand Blar Goblin guy. I'll make it a Goblin Guide because that's a card already. Tar pit wall. This is somehow you managed to fall in this tar pit that killed you, that you could see from far away. That also happens to be a wall. You could have maybe went around or something, but you decided to try to go across it with your army, and it was a bad move for you guys. Let's see how we can outfit this army. Maybe they have a horse. They got horses in the magic world sometimes, or magical horses. But this is just a regular horse. Horse guy. Yeah, look out. Go in there, even the horse guy will be killed by the tar pit wall. I don't know what this is. This is the tar, like, flying up out of the pit. Scare everyone. And this is like countryside, I guess, up into the distance. That's where it is. It's on the countryside, of course. I guess that should go up so high that it's up above the horizon. You're like, wow, that's big, man. Like, yeah, it is. It's huge. It's a big tar pit wall. Don't go near it. We got long clouds in this universe too. Around here, clouds are big. The tar pits are even bigger. So we got some people looking for some trouble here. Maybe a bit of fire over here because tar can catch on fire, right? Like if it catches on fire, it's hard to put it out. So the tar is on fire. Tar pit wall. It looks a bit huge for 0.5 now that I take it in, but that's it. So this is just like, I could not think of a name for this, so it's gonna be called Blockage for now, man. So blockage is like walls that have an unblocking ability, obviously. Obviously the wall should have unblocking abilities, what I'm getting at. But what about angry wall? These walls are not going to be the most exciting walls ever, but they're going to maybe offer you some perspectives in the world of wall. Let's see. You got to make the fire. I'm getting a little better at the fire, although I would say out of all the mana symbols, the red one is the hardest to draw for me. Angry wall. Creature wall, of course. Walls can't attack. I guess I'm supposed to write defender on that last one, but like, man, it's a wall. Like, you're supposed to know the rules. Alright. It should be above it, but I'll put it down here. Defender is gonna be in reminder text because it's a wall, man. Walls can't attack. This one is blockage. I'm gonna put that out there right now. And it's what is this one? This one says it's a 3/4. Why? I don't know. Maybe I messed that up. I like the 4/1 wall from in the stack there, wherever it is. The wall of razors. Look out! Don't get caught, man. Blockage with the angry wall. So the angry wall, I guess defender on this could be not in reminder text, but anyway, if the angry wall blocks, it loses defender forever. I guess that's a capital W. I'm not used to writing out like the name of the actual card. Oh yeah, loses defender. Just some simple stuff, man. You got like most of the magic cards are kind of boring, so should be the cards on this program. What should we write for a flavor text though? The arms and legs are nothing to the saw beast wall dungeons of Aethermere to Fury. So yeah, that's just like, don't fall into the saw beast wall dungeons. You could easily lose a limb. Angry wall. How angry is this wall? I guess like pure anger. It's gonna even have like a depiction of angry eyes. The angriest wall you've ever seen. It's also a vampire. No, it just has a lot of teeth. It looks like a paint job from far away, and then you get close and you're like, wait, that's a real, like, that wall has a mouth. It's gonna eat me. And it's like, yes, I am going to eat you. You can't even get away because it has arms. It's a 3/4. The arms are hidden behind, but they'll come out and get you. but I didn't know how to depict both of those things at one time, so I just told you about it and then drew the arms. The angry walls ready to absolutely lay waste to the armies of men. Yeah, no one wants to play this card, this angry wall, but what can you do? How about green wall? I said this could have a name, but the name is green wall. Why not? Wall of green. It used to always be wall of for whatever reason. It's not up to me. I had to try to make sure that my camera stayed in focus there, but I think it did this time around, so that's good. Huge updates to the channel. Camera in focus. If it ever stays in focus for a full broadcast, recording, whatever I'm trying to say, recording, I'll be happy. Creature. Wall. Remember, I'm gonna remind you, walls have defender. This is the green wall, so it's just like another blockage. These are just boring, like uncommons or commons or whatever from our wall set. It's coming out in spring 2023. Get ready. And this green wall, so green wall blocks. You add mana. Add green. Oh, I gotta draw the tree. Tree is the easiest mana symbol, I will say. You know, that was a pretty bad tree, but usually it works out pretty good for me. Add green, and then I guess as you have to put in the other statement, this mana doesn't like exit your thing. What does it is? It doesn't empty from your mana pool or something. It has phases and turns end. Should it be turns? Probably not. Yeah, I don't know. Phases, is that what it is? Combat phase, main phase, end step. So the end step would be when turns end, fast phases and turns end. Is that what I really want? What about upkeep? I guess it doesn't matter. I guess this phases end just this turn. Same as Keswick Wolf Rider or whatever he is. I think that's what it's called. And this green wall, so that's a little bit of power. It's a punch in the face too. 2/5. It's the green wall. This again is basically just going to be some sort of thing where it's alive, and it's a wall. I always orient things this way. What if we can do it this way? I guarantee it'll look worse. We're gonna try. So this wall is like stone cliff. There's lots of stone cliffs around where I'm to, and you know, like stones aren't green. Sweet. The stone cliff is like alive and also full of mana and spikes, so that it has 2 power. It's not just a static cliff. Look, it's coated with like vines and tree stuff. The vines that go along like the cracks and the stones and everything. Though that one looks kind of like a spider. I assure you, it's a vine. So this has got vines all over it, and like birds that do its bidding. It's got it all. And that's how it manages to get 2 power, even though it's a pile of rocks covered in vines. That may be a little too abstract to pick up right now. Oh, look, leaves. You like leaves? Oh my god, it must be a plant that has like 3 or 4 leaves. Looks like a really tiny plant if there's only this few leaves, but they're really big. It takes a while to draw leaves. Like I don't know how people like draw like a picture, like a real picture of like a bush or whatever. It's like in a book. I don't know, man. That's a lot of leaves you have to draw. I wouldn't have the patience. And they're all like the same shape and size and stuff. I guess you like practice them and then you just do them in one motion or something. I don't know. Look up Bob Ross if you want to learn how to draw leaves. I don't know a thing about it. So this looks like garbage. Make like some darkness here. Here, you're getting somewhere. I didn't think about this image much, obviously. So we got vines, got like, it's kind of wall-like, I guess. It's big. How do we convey how big it is? Like, you have to have like a guy rolling up on it. We'll have like a wagon this time. Magic World has wagons. Sometimes they have cars. This one's like a wagon, just like a cowboy wagon, because I don't know how to make anything else. There you go. This looks pretty hurt. Like, which direction is it facing? The ambiguous wagon of some ambiguous horses. Now, where are the horses going? Are they grazing? Are they hauling the goods? That looks like just like a horse for sure. Alright. Get some reins. Alright. We gotta go past the green wall. This doesn't look like a wall anymore. It's just like a forest. But there it is. Green wall. I'm not gonna fill in the other part because like it's like a little picture you hang up in your kitchen or whatever. Just like they don't paint the full thing all the time. But like those walls are pretty boring. So obviously we gotta make something cool. Defendicon. And, you know, thought like maybe Defendicon is like a boring name, but I was bad at thinking of names the other day. So these cards don't have very many very good names. But this is a good old like 7 mana, maybe mythic rare. Probably not though. You gotta make a cool wall, right? Legendary creature. Wall. This is an all creature broadcast brought to you today by Walls and Canadian Tire. So this is a big old 0-11, man. Look out. Probably should have made it like 0-13 or something, but they got plenty of them now. I mean, there's like a 1-13 like common in Crimson Vow or some nonsense. But anyway, I'm not even gonna think about this. So this is a mythic rare, so it doesn't have to have reminder text. It's one of the things. But it has flying. Because any great wall should. And well, like, okay, so there's like unblockable, right? Like, and different types of evasion abilities, land walk, and etc. But there's no really like collective word for all of them in Magic at all. And like, I'm kind of trying to think of like the opposite of like unblockable is like yeah, like the wall is like impregnable, I guess, like, but it blocks everything. I don't know how to convey that it blocks everything. And I guess we'll just put impregnable. But man, this doesn't even seem to convey the meaning of what I'm trying to think of, which is like blocks everything with evasion. So I'll just like convoluted sentence. And like, are you never gonna be able to block like that ledge walker guy who says like can only be blocked by, well, it says flying, but certain things like say it said couldn't be blocked by creatures with flying. Well, I want this to be able to block it no matter what, but not totally sure like how you convey that. Can block. So we'll just have a tiny, probably non-exhaustive list, because whatever. Creatures with land walk, protection. Like, cannot be blocked. Even though it's not like real magic words, but you know, we're gonna say that because stuff says unblockable, like cannot be blocked by a creature power 2 or less, or like blah 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 blah. And there's like so many different ways to write it, so we're just gonna put cannot be blocked for there to try to cover as many of them as possible. It's up to you. Argue with your friends about what this means if you're using it in game. I'm gonna add shadow. Can't forget shadow. I almost did. Yeah, I could have horsemanship, but man, horsemanship still gets through. No, horsemanship is going in. So we got like intimidate, but we don't have fear. Actually, like I could make it an artifact creature. I actually kind of thought it might be one. Legendary artifact creature, then it could block intimidate and fear. We don't have to worry about it. But menace, it blocks menace. Look out. It's like how some things can block any number of creatures. Oh, I should wrote. I should put that here. Maybe it should be like the second line. I'll put it in. This is like the least like developed and thought through card ever. But you get to watch the process of someone struggling. So I'll just finish this list here. Ain't horsemanship. As though they didn't have these abilities. Abilities. I got distracted thinking about this other thing. I should have wrote it like right here. Can block up to 11 creatures. But I'll say can block up to 11 creatures. Maybe here. I'll put it here. This is really messy wording, but whatever. It should be can block up to 11 creatures with landmark protection, cannot be blocked, shadow, menace, intimidate. Oh wait, yeah, because if then they would need to have the abilities. But I want to say it can block any 11 creatures, even ones that are unblockable. This is basically trying to convey Defendicon. And again, we're gonna draw a picture of a wall. But if you could sort like the pictures of walls in the past, they generally tend to be a giant picture of stuff. Although living wall is like, that's just crazy. That's a wall one. They're on something there. So Defendicon, let's just make it. I like how it's like transparent on the walls and all, or whatever, and different stuff with that like transparent effect. I don't know how to convey that with the pen, but we'll try to really show how much it's protecting everyone inside it. So we'll try to like draw some like bricks, 3D-ish bricks, and yeah, I guess I have to go like that, something like that. And then, oh man, this is gonna be crazy. There's a lot of bricks in one wall. I don't know. Illusionary wall maybe from like Ice Age. Well, this is like a bad Lego. You didn't like cross the things over, so it'll come apart. Look out. But it's magical, so it doesn't matter. Anything goes. Things are magical. Nothing matters. I'll put it up here. I think I screwed it up. Alright, fix up the Lego, man. The Lego can't break. You have to hold it all together. Gotta cross these parts over. There you go. Defendicon. You're like, isn't this like a mythic rare wall that can defend you from anything? Like, yeah. See, the thing about the bricks is that they can reassemble into any order. and really fast too. So they're always ready to defend you. And you know, in Mario 64, there's like one level where you go inside like some ice, like crap outside, and you get a star. I don't remember the name of the level. That's what these are, clear cubes or whatever. I don't know. I feel like I kind of conveyed it. Now I wanted to like have a guy behind there. I guess I should have drawn them in first. Then they'd look like they were behind it more. It really matters now. Okay, so back here, like on the ground behind Defendicon, which is like here somewhere. I don't know how to convey it. There's like people and like tents, and it's all safe back there. And they're not like within Defendicon, they're behind it. Okay, I don't know how to show you that that's happening, but the people are fine. They're defended. Man, this is an awful picture. It does not look like a mythic rare. Alright, it looks like people live inside of cubes. We'll take it. People live inside of cubes, and they are safe within the cubes, which can reassemble at moment's notice. Up here, there's like Sunbeam stuff, because they like to have big sunbeams and magic. There, yeah, big Sunbeam stuff. Here's some more up here. Finish the top beams. Alright, like that, right? And I guess there's something over here. Or could this be more Sunbeam? There we go. Done. And should there be like bad guys here, or like cliffs and mountains? There's a mountain here, or like a rock. They're safe inside impregnable fortress. Get out here next to a rock with the Defendicon. And I guess there should be like enemies, but I didn't draw any enemies. And like if I took this in the computer, I'd probably like pull this over a bit and like make my mountain bigger. Just for screwed off the balance by throwing in that mountain. Now the Defendicon maybe doesn't look as big, or maybe it is big because it's next to a mountain and you see that's huge. I don't know. I'm not an art teacher, man. If you follow Bob Ross for more lessons about that. And yeah, so there we go. The Wall Adventure. The first few were quick, and the last one I feel like took a century. Blockage is a horrible name too. I wouldn't name it that if I thought about it for more than 2 seconds. So we got Tar Pit Wall, 1 in a black, and it's a 0/5. And it says blockage, creatures blocked by Tar Pit Wall get -3/-3 till the end of turn. And beware Sticky Mess from Granblar, Goblin God. And remember, walls can attack, which is now Defender written in reminder text. Because not just Defender is an ability, like it's a reminder text. You should just remember, man. Angry Wall, 2 in a red, 3/4 wall that has Defender. And it says blockage. If Angry Wall blocks, it loses Defender. You may have seen the card Elder Landworm before. This is essentially the same thing. Arms and legs are nothing to the Saw Beast wall dungeons of Aethermare. Teferi. He's been around, man, so listen to him. And then we have Green Wall. 2 in a green for a 2/5 wall. And it has blockage. If Green Wall blocks, add green. This mana doesn't empty from your mana pool as phases end this turn. I should have made I'm gonna change this. Doesn't as phases and turns end until the end of your next turn. Turns end until like the beginning of your next end step. Then because it has to get it when it blocks, and otherwise you'd only have 1 mana on your opponent's turn for a second. Well, it'll last until your turn again, but it's not going to be blocking while it's your turn. So it has to be, if Green Wall blocks, add greens. Mana doesn't empty from your mana pool as phases and turns end until the beginning of your next end step. It should probably be like until the beginning of your next step, end step. This mana doesn't empty, blah blah blah. But we don't have like the ability to just swap the text around here right now. Defendicon. This is a 7 mana legendary creature. That's a wall with flying. And it can block creatures with Landwalk, Protection, Cannot Be Blocked, Shadow, Menace, Intimidate, and Horsemanship, as though they didn't have those abilities. And it can block up to 11 creatures, because it's a 0/11. And we thought it should be that way. Just a few walls. The sunset while we were taking care of them. So hopefully that was alright. He probably looks really yellow now. Yes, man, we'll be back again in the future. I'll hopefully you put some walls in your deck, or maybe make a wall commander deck. They see it. Lowy Bay Gamers.